Welcome to the talk on virtualized protection. I would really encourage you guys to step forward because as much as I would love to speak loud, but it'll be great if you guys can hear me as well. So what is virtualization in the context of protection? So today, we do protection at a bay-wise approach, a feeder-wise approach, and each bay and feeder has a dedicated ID. The ID could be one or it could be more than one, right? So every ID has an application inside of it and also an operating system, yeah? So virtualization is decoupling the embedded application from the embedded hardware, yeah? So this results in having an application layer in addition to having a hardware or a device layer, right? So the goal of virtualization is to host a software-defined protection application on an industrial PC or an industrial server. Yeah. Now, with virtualization, you also get a benefit of manageability, so you can actually duplicate applications, copy them, duplicate it, and manage them in a software-defined approach. In addition to that, availability is a topic with virtualization. You can take snapshots, you can take backups, you can copy applications and duplicate them on a redundant machine. So that helps in increasing availability. In addition to that, you will have applications isolated in the context of virtualization. With virtualization, there are two main technologies, virtual machines and containerization. Siemens is focusing on both. But in the context of both of these technologies, you get isolation by design. Yeah. So today, how do we do business? So this is a typical architecture of a digital substation today. So you have a process level, you will have equipment that could be copper wired all the way to protection devices, or you could have merging units introduced at a process level. And LPITs is also a hot topic in the market these days, and you could have I/O boxes at this level depending on what the application is. So this layer gets connected to field devices, protection relays, power quality recorders, and so on and so forth. And this layer gets connected to station level and further to customer control center, and then you can have enterprise integration on the top left corner. So to manage configurations remotely, manage remote access remotely, and also logging, central logging remotely, and all that stuff. Now with virtualization, we are combining these two layers into one, right? So the best way I can explain this is that this is like your iPhone. Your phone itself is the hardware server, and the apps that you see on your iPhone are pretty much applications for protection or blocks, as you can see on this picture, right? Now, the big challenge is that if you're hosting your entire substation in one device, then if you lose this device, you lose visibility. So this concept must work in a redundant approach, yeah? So you have backup, the redundancy itself is part of the design itself, right? And Siemens is working on this concept. As I said, we are working on containerization approach as well as virtualization. And Siemens has prototypes already built as well. And this is something that we're engaging with strategic customers also who are willing to test and evaluate. Yeah. And that would be from my side. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And if you see me around, then also feel free to stop me. Yeah. Any questions?
When will the project or the product be ready? When can the customer buy it?
So Jimmy is known for asking all the tough questions. Yeah. So he asked the question about the timeline of the product. So as of today, we have prototypes, as I mentioned. And if you guys really want to know the roadmap from Siemens, we can have that discussion on one-on-one with customers.